Welcome back, everyone. I'm Robbie.
And I'm Liam.
And Disney is back with a sequel to a film that I think it did pretty well at the box office.
Yeah,
it was well
Wreck-It
received.
Ralph was a bit of a smash hit when it came out.
It was. So this is Wreck-It Ralph 2, which is actually called Ralph Breaks the Internet. These are our thoughts.
Hit it!
Hey, kid! Wake up!
Ralph, what is wrong with you?
Start churning butter and put on your church shoes, little sister, because we're about to blast off!
Ralph, what is it you're trying to say?
We're going to the internet.
What? Ladies and gentlemen, I give you the internet!
Wow, look at all this stuff.
This is the most beautiful miracle I've ever seen.
Ralph Breaks the Internet was directed by Rich Moore and it stars the voice talents of John C. Reilly, Sarah Silverman,
Alan Tudyk.
Yes, and Taraji P. Henson. And
Yes.
there's quite a few other big actors scattered throughout.
Oh, and we can't forget about Gal Gadot.
Oh, Gal Gadot, yeah, of course.
Yeah. And basically, the whole film is about Ralph and Vanellope's journey into the internet, as it sounds. Ralph becomes a bit of an internet sensation. It's very wacky, it's very kooky, it's altogether spooky. I don't know why I reference. Anyway.
Where are you going with that?
I don't know. But yeah, that's keeping it vague, is that they just go to the internet. What did you think?
And chaos pretty much breaks out.
Yep.
The internet gets broken.
Yeah, as the title
Yeah.
suggests. What did you think?
So I'm not a die-hard fan of the first Wreck-It Ralph. I thought it was fine. It's probably my least favorite of like this generation of Disney films, like the 3D animation
the
ones.
revival era.
I think they've had some great films, but this is it was fine. I thought that Ralph Breaks the Internet was better than the first one. A lot of the issues I have with the first one were, I think, fixed in this one. It's still by no means an amazing movie, but I think it's a better movie overall. I think it's got more heart, more story to it. And like one of the big issues I had with the first one was the whole film was pretty much based on the gimmick of, the game jumping, which they do a bit at the beginning, and then I think it gets stuck so much in the candy cart world, and it's
Sugar Rush,
that's it. And it stays in there for way too long in the first one. This one I think has far more variety, which I think kept it really fresh and interesting for most of the part.
Yeah, look, fair enough. I disagree. I think that this is...
Of course!
I think that this is worse than the first one.
When do we ever have a review that we agree on?
That's a good question. When I first saw the trailer for this film, I was immediately worried because I was like, what other film have I seen recently that is animated and references lots of social medias, lots of things that the kids use on the internet?
Oh god, don't see the emoji
The
movie.
Emoji Movie.
God.
So
No.
immediately I was worried that Disney was going to do the same thing, and I've got to say right here, right now, it's not the Emoji Movie. It's not bad.
Okay.
It's not good.
For a second I thought you were going a completely different way with it. I was like,
No.
please, God.
No.
don't say that.
That's barely even a movie. This feels like people put effort into it, but at the same time, I couldn't help but shake the feeling while I was watching it that they were just sort of pandering in this film.
There's definitely some
A lot of
pandering.
it was very all over the place. I felt like, whilst you felt like it was a problem in the first one that they stayed long in Sugar Rush, I actually liked that because it condensed the story. This film sort of jumps around all over the place, and it made it a little bit more convoluted for me.
See, that's the thing. I don't think it did condense the story. For me, I thought it drew the story out far too much to what it needed to be. Whereas this one, I thought it felt... I don't know. I thought the pacing just stalled in the first one, whereas this one, it just kept it going.
I just gotta disagree, I guess. I loved
Our favorite
loved
word of every review.
Yep. I just loved the blunt simplicity of the first film, and this one, whilst I do love seeing Ralph and Vanellope and their friendship develop, because they're beautiful characters. I think that they're very, very great, and I like both of them. I think that this film sort of gives Ralph a bit of a backseat, which sucks because the name of the film is his name.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's not
I disagree.
I think that there's a good portion of the film where Ralph is like off doing his own thing, and it's like, oh, okay, where is he? You know, but there are some really great things in this film that I like, and it's particularly to do with the ending. I'm not going to say what it is because this is a spoiler-free review, but it showed the themes of the film, and the themes in what I thought were actually really great things to teach children. And that really, when you get down to it, that's what this film is for. It's for children. I don't think that a lot of parents are going to get like a lot of enjoyment out of this. I think some will, but for me personally, I didn't.
I think there is just as much enjoyment here for adults as there is for kids. Yes, everything will be enjoyed by kids, but I think there is just as much stuff that, like the Disney princesses bit, the kids are gonna love that, obviously, because it's Disney princesses. Mm-hmm. But the way they handle it, I think it's just as funny for adults. Like that for me was a standout scene. I thought it was great.
I thought it was ruined by the trailer though.
Because they showed that much of that.
I thought it showed the majority of that.
I thought it didn't.
Their first interaction.
I thought the best jokes
was
went in the trailer.
Nah, man, the funniest joke in the whole film is when Cinderella cracks her glass shoe and threatens Vanellope. No. That was great.
No, I thought that was done very well. And there's a lot of fun little Easter eggs in it. I think maybe that's another reason why I enjoyed this better. While I like video games, I'm not a diehard video game player, so I'm sure there's a lot of stuff in the first one that went over my head. Whereas in this one, it plays more into, well, obviously the internet, which we're all exposed to. Like, we all know what Google and YouTube and Twitter and all that is.
Yeah.
So there's that. But also it does play more into the film side of pop culture. You got a lot of Disney references, obviously, because it's a Disney film. And now that they own Star Wars and Marvel, there's a few little fun references in there. There was one amazing cameo that I absolutely loved, which I don't want to say what it is because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. I'll tell you afterwards. I could tell you, can't remember. And yeah, I saw what I liked about it was as well the how they, same reason that I like Guardians Volume 2 over the first Guardians, is that they, after solidifying the friendship in the first film, they split them up in the second one, and they kind of learn their own, not life lessons, but their own place in where they belong, which is what I really like about Volume 2 and Guardians. And I think they do it here as well. And Vanellope does have a bigger story arc in this one, I think, than the first one. Yeah. Which is probably why maybe you feel that Ralph took a bit of a backseat.
Yeah, that was the case.
Did, but
that was the case with both of the films, in my opinion. Is that the first film, Ralph has his bigger arc. He has a really good arc in this film.
He has a very good arc. Yeah.
I will admit.
Very good arc. Yeah.
But that also ties into the ending, and the last 30 minutes, 40 minutes, I really enjoyed.
See, for me, I was sitting at a solid star rating, for the first 2 acts of the film, and then before the actual final couple of scenes, the climax of the film nearly brought it down for me. I was enjoying what they were doing, but at the same time, I thought it I don't know, just something about it. I wasn't gelling with this quite as much as what had come previously. And then the final couple of moments really brought it back up for me again.
Okay.
Yeah, just the battle, big epic finale wasn't.
I liked more what it symbolized.
I like what it symbolized, but I think the way they did it didn't quite work for me.
Okay, well, so what you're saying is you liked the first 2 acts, wasn't so keen on the third act, You still didn't mind it.
Part of the third act.
Yeah.
I still really liked it.
But
It just went down a bit for me.
But I'm the opposite.
Yeah.
Is that I think the third act is really good. And the first two acts for me are just a bit pandering, a bit pointless, and a bit meandering. And I'm right. I'm so clever.
So what are you giving it?
I'm giving this one a 2 stars. To me, it's just below average. The ending very nearly saves it. But to me, it doesn't bring it up to being an okay film. It doesn't bring it up to being a good film. It's just a little bit not good, you know? What about you?
I'm giving it 4 stars. I gave the first one 3.5, and I think this is a definite improvement of the first one for me. Yeah, 4 stars.
Whoa.
Showtime. Let's race.
Come and get it.
Get back on the track!
There is no track. I can drive anywhere. I love it here.
Who knew there's so many babies and cats in the world?
That is what the internet was made for. It's full of weirdos. I want this to be my life. I don't think I could ever tell Ralph.
There's no law saying best friends have to have the same dreams.
Anyway, guys, those were our thoughts on Ralph Breaks the Internet. Please let us know what you thought of this film. Did you love it or did you not like it like me? Keep an eye out for our review of How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. And until then, we'll see you at the movies.